to talk to you guys about, let me first shrink this. Okay, what I want to do is I want to highlight the comp plan changes that are going to happen on the 1st of April, because I think this plan is absolutely exciting. And if you guys understand it, you don't have to remember every detail, but if you understand it, I think you guys will appreciate the opportunity we have going forward. So I'm going to just jump right into it here. First of all, we made these changes because we wanted to invest, redirect, and optimize the plan that we have today. And we really wanted to start incentivizing team building. Now, we've got an updated enrollment fee. It's $329, including GST. And our qualification for CQ will be 8 customers and 4 points, and that's up from 6 and 3. And we've got some new changes to the personal customer bonuses. So you can get paid $150 for at least 6 services and 12 points, $250 for 10 services and 20 points, and $400 for 15 services and 30 points. And then you basically get an extra $150 for every additional 5 services and 10 points. Now we've got a new IBO position. As you guys know, CQ, ETL, RD, that was the lineup, but we thought there was too much of a gap between ETL and RD. So we are adding the new position of regional coordinator. The qualification is really just 50% of what it would take to get to regional director. So it's 300 total points, and you can use a maximum of 100 points per leg. Now, we don't care how many legs you have, but you could just use a maximum of 100 points per leg. And this, again, will promote recruiting. Now, we've got some updated customer acquisition bonuses. Now, the bonuses, as you see on the screen, are not added together. So what I'm going to show you next will help you really understand the value of how we adjusted these customer acquisition bonuses. So let's look at the plan here. So you got IBO, everyone starts off as an IBO, then you got ETL, RC, RD, RVP, and let me show you how these cabs work. Okay, first of all, when an IBO joins, they can get fast start bonuses, monthly customer bonuses. They can earn up to 20% and on their personal customers, and they can earn 3% on all the customers generated through their 5 levels. Now, when someone becomes an ETL, this is the first time they can actually earn customer acquisition bonuses. And basically, anytime an ETL sponsors an IBO and they become a CQ in 30 days, they can make $50. Now, when you're an ETL and you break an ETL, that ETL that you break somewhere on your team, they're now entitled to the $50 on all the IBOs that become CQs in their organization. But you've got to go out and sponsor other IBOs, because ETL is a business building spot. This is where we want you sponsoring people, but you want to work your way to get to regional coordinator, because where you were making 0 on ETLs, you now are going to make $100 when you personally sponsor someone. And when you have that ETL below you, where you were making 0 before, you now pick up $50 on every IBO that is a CQ within 30 days. Now, that $50 is through an unlimited level of ETL. So just imagine having 5, maybe 10 ETLs in one straight leg. And all those ETLs went out, and when they sponsor one IBO and that IBO gets qualified and they become a CQ within their first 30 days, you're going to make $50 on each and every one of those people. So RC is when people can start understanding how they can make some more upfront money and start to get a taste of how the opportunity actually works. And naturally, if an RC eventually helps an RC, you don't get cut off here. So an RC overriding an RC. Now think about this. The RC you're overriding could be on your 3rd level, could be on your 4th level, could be on your 5th level. It doesn't matter where that RC is. But when you have an RC below you, remember, they are now entitled to the $50 customer acquisition bonus, and they're going to get paid that bonus through an unlimited level of their ETLs. Okay, that's what they're getting paid. You will make $25 every time they make 50. So you're an RC, you have an RC on your team somewhere, and below that RC, anytime through an unlimited level of ETLs, sponsor an IBO and they become CQ in 30 days, you pick up $25, and naturally you still pick up 50 and you're open. Now look at the difference. When you become an RVP, doing the same work, guys, when you become an RD, I think I said RVP. When you become a regional director, an RD, instead of making $100 when you sponsor an IBO and help them become CQ in 30 days, you now make $250. So look at the difference, $100 to $250. Same work, you're making more money. But look at this. This is where it starts to really look good. When you're an RD, through that unlimited level of ETLs that we talked about earlier, you were pretty excited about when you're making 50 as an RC. Look at this. If you're an RD and you have an ETL organization, which means it could be an ETL over an ETL over an ETL over an ETL, it doesn't make a difference how many ETL, as long as there's no RDs between you and them, you will pick up $200 every time an ETL develops IBOs that become CQ within 30 days. Now, remember that RC that you were really happy because you were making $25 on them? When you become an RD, you now make $175. So that means you're an RD, you have that RC in your organization, and they might be in the same spot they were before you became an RD, right? But now instead of making $25 through an unlimited level of their ETLs, you're now picking up $175 anytime one of their ETLs through an unlimited level of ETLs sponsors an IBO and helps them become CQ within 30 days. Now, at some point, you're going to break an RD. Okay, so let's say you're an RD. Now you've got an RD on your first level, and that RD could be, I don't know, 10 levels down. It doesn't make a difference. On that RD, remember, they're now entitled to the bonuses that I just showed you for ETLs and and RCs. But remember, this RD, that's your first generation RD, through their, ready for this, through their unlimited level of RCs and ETLs, you'll make $75 anytime a new IBO is sponsored, and they can become a CQ within their first 30 days. Now look at RVP. So now you're an RVP, you sponsor an IBO, you help them become a CQ within 30 days, you make $350. That's up from $250 when you were a regional director. Now, remember that ETL that you had, unlimited level of ETLs in your open? Now, instead of making $200, you're going to make $300. That RC that you had in your group, instead of making $175 from this point forward, you're going to make $275. Remember that regional director you had in your organization, instead of making $75, you're now going to make $175. And even when that RD breaks an RD, that means it's your second generation RD. You're going to still make $100 through an unlimited level of their ETLs. And even when you break your very first RVP, so let's say you're an RVP and somewhere in your organization, you have a regional vice president, and at RVP, you're going to earn $50 customer acquisition bonus through that RVP's open. Now, what does that mean? That means you have an RVP now in your first level, and through an unlimited level of their regional directors, their regional coordinators, and their executive team leaders. So an unlimited level, you'll make no less than $50 in every single IBO that becomes a CQ within their first 30 days. Now, just take a look at that for a minute. And this is the one takeaway I want you to have when you look at this plan. You don't have to remember all these numbers, and you don't even have to understand exactly what I'm showing you here. Here's what you need to take away. Okay. We all do the same thing, whether you're an IBO, whether you're an ETL, whether you're an RC, RD, or an RVP. It doesn't make a difference, right? Even an SVP, it doesn't make a difference. What matters is when you move up in the plan, the higher up you are, you make more money for doing exactly the same thing. So remember, if you're an RC, it's a nice position to have, but it's no place to live. When you become a regional director, it's a nice position to have. It's no place to live. When you become a regional vice president, same thing. It's a nice position to have, but it's no place to live. You want to become a senior vice president. But I wanted to show this to you because if you look at the RVP, look at how much money they're making when they're building their organization compared to the ETL, but yet they're doing the same exact thing. So moving up the plan is essential for your livelihood, number one, but more importantly, it's great for your credibility because when you achieve the higher positions, you'll get a lot more respect in this business. People will want to work with you. They'll want to listen to you. So obviously there's lots of benefits, but you've got to make it your job to move up. And I always tell people this, okay? Don't look at becoming an RVP or an SVP as something you want to do. Look at it like a responsibility, because when you earn those positions, and you become successful in this business, what happens is people around you start to believe they can do it too. That's what leading by example is all about. Now we've got some new fast start bonuses. Now, if you like what I just showed you, I know you guys are all familiar with this, but think about a new person looking at this for the very first time. Here's how the fast start bonuses work. If that new IBO becomes customer qualified within their first 30 days. Now, remember all those bonuses I just showed you that get paid to the upline? Okay, that's all there. But look what we're doing here. You help somebody become qualified within their first 30 days. We're going to pay them $75. So you got a new IBO who's never been in this business. You introduce them to ACN. They sign, they join. You help them become customer qualified within their first 30 days. We pay them $75, and we pay all those bonuses that I just shared with you on that one IBO that becomes customer qualified within the first 30 days. That's how valuable the customers are. We are in the customer acquisition business, and all those bonuses that are being paid out, it's a premium for the acquisition of those customers, but it's also a bonus for those who move quickly. So people will be excited, especially if they're a CQ and they can accomplish that within their first 30 days. But let's say somebody works a little bit harder and they push and stretch just a little bit more. And instead of just becoming CQ in 30 days, they can become an ETL within 30 days. So if they do that, they're going to earn a bonus of $500. And that's an additional $500. So if they became a CQ in 30 days and an ETL in 30 days, the first 30 days, they'd actually make $575. So it's all cumulative. If somebody keeps working and it can still accomplish the position of regional coordinator in 90 days, they can earn an additional $2,000, a fast start bonus. If they can become a regional director in 180 days, because that's the next goal, they can make an additional $7,500 for a fast start bonus. If they can become a regional vice president within a calendar year, 12 months of their start date, we're going to pay them another $20,000 for doing it within 1 calendar year. Now, these are just fast start bonuses. These are just for achieving these positions within a time frame. Now, if you add all that together, that's $30,075 just for achieving the positions you want to achieve anyways. But we're just saying, look, if you push a little bit harder, you just stretch a little bit more, when you get to that position, you can do it within a time frame. You know, in addition to all the residuals and all the customer acquisition bonuses that you're already earning, we're going to go ahead and pay you these extra bonuses because we want to reward those that are leading by example, and we want to reward those that are moving quickly. Now, just take a look at this, and this is just interesting. Let's say you miss CQ within 30 days, but you finally eventually get qualified. Let's say you miss ETL in 30 days, but you eventually become an ETL. Let's say you miss the position of regional coordinator in 90 days, but you eventually became a regional coordinator. Maybe you don't pick up those fast start bonuses, but let's say you did hit regional director in 180 days and you did become an RVP within 12 months. You still made $27,500 in fast start bonuses. $27,500. So even if you miss one, you don't need to get depressed. You just say, okay, I'm going to go for the next one. And then if you miss that one, go for the next one. Eventually, you're going to learn the business and you're going to be able to get to RD. Even if you missed RD, but you achieve RVP in 12 months, that's still $20,000. You could miss the first 4 fast start bonuses and you still would pick up $20,000. I'm telling you guys, this is a game changer fast start bonus in the plan, and it's something you definitely want to take advantage of. Now, you can find more information on the comp plan at Pacific Compass. Now, let me stop sharing my screen. I just wanted to get into that information because, guys, I'm telling you, the comp plan changes that we have made starting in April 1, in my opinion, are absolutely fantastic. And if you really understand them and you know how to drive the business, you're going to find that you're going to be in really good shape going forward. Look, I've got a couple last announcements, and then we're going to wrap up this event. As I'm confusing myself here, I'm mixing up my pages. Okay, here we go. I know you've heard this over and over, but we will be in Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne. And, you know, you can register via the events page at Pacific Compass, and the tickets are $20. Now, on this tour, we're going to have some great product announcements, and you're going to hear about it in each city. We're going to have training on the fundamentals of building your business, which will be trained by some of our local RVPs and SVPs. We're also going to have an in-depth training on how to leverage the comp plan. I want to make sure you guys understand that, because the more you understand how you get paid, the more you understand what you do, what you need to do when you wake up in the morning. I think the only reason some people wake up and either do nothing or don't know what to do is because they don't understand the comp plan. If you understand the comp plan, believe me, you'll know exactly what you're supposed to do when you wake up in the morning. Now, we're going to have a great lineup of speakers on tour. Obviously, Gerard Frack will be there. You just heard from him. Plus, we're going to have product partners, Alinta Energy, Sphere, Mate, and Sumo there as well. We're going to have Senior Vice President Memory Ahek, Senior Vice President MD Raman, Senior Vice President Fong Nguyen, Platinum Regional Vice President Raul Cancatella, Regional Vice President Ben Watson Brown, Regional Vice President Spencer Fatulii, Regional Vice President Shrimi Van Rossum, and Regional Vice President Albert Toma. All of us will be present. I will be there. I'm also looking forward because we're going to be doing a special leadership meetings that is going to be available in each city prior to the main event. So we're going to have leadership meetings, and that's where we're going to give a lot of vision and just talk to the leaders at their level. Also, you want to make sure you qualify for the position of regional coordinator, because from regional coordinators onward will be invited. I think that might be everything. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Look, one of my goals when we get to the this co-founder tour is, we're going to be training you guys on Truvi. So that's going to be the new service. It's going to launch sometime April, May timeframe. We're investing and they're building it out right now. But the good news is when I come on tour, you guys are going to hear for the first time how the membership is going to work. You're going to hear about all the different benefits of the membership. There's obviously different tiers of the membership. We're also going to share with you guys the pricing. Plus, I will have the app on my phone. So when I'm spending time with the leaders, and I know we're going to have some special leadership dinners as well, I'm going to actually show you guys in real time how it works. Now, my app is in euros, but it's the same concept. So you'll be looking at it in euros. When you guys have the Truvi app in the Pacific region, you'll be looking at it in dollars. But I can show you how it works. Just the platform itself, when it comes to booking hotels, when it comes to car rentals and cruises and all that stuff. It's just an absolutely fantastic service, and it's got real value that people share. So I'm going to be sharing that on tour as well. And the last thing I'll say is this. Last thing. So when I started off this call earlier, I said, Australia, actually I might be mixing up calls because we talked to the leaders the other day, but I believe Australia is about a year behind North America. I believe that, especially the United States. Canada's not quite as far as the United States because they had longer restrictions and lockdowns. But if you look at the United States, you guys are pretty much where we were at about a year ago, and how we kickstarted production, how we rebuilt the company after that crazy pandemic was we started doing tours. That's all we did. And, as Mike Mazur said earlier, it wasn't about how many people were in the meetings. It was about the impact that those meetings had on those people who attended. I look at this co-founder tour as this is the beginning, guys. This is the beginning. There's going to be a handful of people that I really believe are going to get serious. They're going to take full advantage of this co-founder tour. They're going to pack it. I don't care, again, how big these meetings are. It doesn't matter to me because, again, I'm going to have the same attitude as we had a year ago when we started rebuilding the business in the United States. It's not about how many people are there. It's going to be those that are there will be impacted. So again, I encourage you guys to go to the co-founder tour. Now, it's not just about you though. I just want you to remember that. It's not just about you going there. How can you leverage this tour for your benefit? And I want you to think about anyone that's on your team. Maybe they haven't been active for a while. Maybe because of the pandemic, they just became a hermit and you haven't seen them. Look, pick up the phone for $20. If it's near you guys, you need to just get there. Just be in the environment again. Just be around the people. And I promise you something is going to snap. Something is going to click. And I think this is going to be the beginning of us getting back on track in the Pacific region where we can take our business to new heights. And again, even though we have this event, we're also going to be doing an international. You guys will hear more about the international when I'm traveling on the co-founder tour. We're going to let you know where it's going to be. We're going to let you know when it's going to be. But when you're on the co-founder tour, you're going to be the first people to hear about the international that we're going to be setting up in the Pacific region. So think about this as the co-founder tour is the beginning. We'll probably do something in between the co-founder tour and the international, but we're going to start building from event to event to event to event to event. That's the culture we've always had, and that's the culture that we're going to build back into. So guys, thank you all for being a part of this Zoom. I know it was longer than we expected, and I can see, I'm looking at the numbers, and there's so many of you that stayed on the entire time. So thank you. I can't tell you how much all of us appreciate your time. I want to thank all the trainers. I want to thank everyone that gave a testimonial. I want to thank Greg Provenzano, Larry Raskin, special guest speakers, Art Napolitano, Mike Mazer, Gerard Frack. I mean, everything you guys are doing at the home office, Roxy and the entire marketing team, Kate, you guys, if it wasn't for you, I mean, everything you guys do is you're setting up the company, you're setting up the business. So it's going to make it so it's user-friendly and fun for everybody that's working ACN. So thank you all for everything that you guys do. And I look forward to seeing you guys in just a matter of a couple of weeks. I'm going to be in Australia. I can't wait. It's been more than 2 years. I look forward to seeing you guys live, shaking your hands and giving you guys some hugs. So take care, everyone. And again, thank you for all the watch parties. I can see you guys. I can see you waving. Thank you for coming together, gathering like you did. I mean, I can't tell you how valuable that really is. And just watching you guys, I'm telling you, it's very inspirational to me. So thank you guys. Have a remainder of a great day, everyone. Take care and see you guys in April.